Hi, boys and girls. We are starting our last book of the school year. It is Coach Hyatt is a Riot. It is the fourth book in My Weird School Days. Chapter 1, The Thing I Love. My name is AJ and I love school. Going to school is so much fun. I wish we could go to school at night. I wish we could go to school on the weekend, and I wish we never had vacation. Just kidding. I hate school. Do you know what I would rather do than go to school? I would rather eat a dead bug sandwich. No, I would rather eat a live bug sandwich. That would be even worse than a dead bug sandwich, because the bugs would still be moving in the sandwich while I was eating it. Yuck. Disgusting. But even more disgusting than eating a live bug sandwich is going to school. I hate everything. You know, some stuff I love, like video games, skateboarding, and trick biking. And I'll tell you one thing I really love more than anything in the world, and it's not Andrea Young, this annoying girl in my class with curly brown hair. I love Pee-wee football. In the fall, I play football every Saturday. Football is cool because you get to push and shove and yell and knock kids on their butts. And the best part is, you don't even get punished. At school, if you push and shove and yell and knock kids on their butts, you'll have to go to the principal's office. But in football, you're supposed to push and shove and yell and knock kids on their butts. That's why I hate school and love Pee-wee football. If you ask me, the world would be a better place if they closed all the schools and turned them into Pee-wee football camps. The only problem is my team stinks. We're called the Moose. We lost every game last season. Every game. The good news is we're getting a new coach this year named Coach Hyatt. I bet he'll be a lot better than our old coach, Mr. Boozer. Mr. Boozer was a loser. I put on my uniform and shoulder pads to get ready for our first practice. Shoulder pads are cool because they make it look like you're having big muscles. Our uniform is red, and we have red helmets with a lightning bolt down the middle. Mom drove me to practice at the high school field. We got out of the car and looked around until we found the other guys in the 70-pound league. Give me a goodbye hug, AJ, my mom said. Mom is always trying to make me hug her, especially in front of other kids. Moms are weird. Not now, Mom. Hug me, AJ, said my mom. No way. I want to hug, AJ, said my mom. I don't think so. My mom reached out to grab me, but I faked left, then faked right, then faked left again. Haha, totally faked out my mom. She can't play football to save her life. Eat my dust, Mom. There were around 20 kids with red uniforms like mine. Some were in my class, and some other kids I don't know. I can't wait to meet Coach Hyatt, said my friend Michael, who never ties his shoes. I hope he lets me be the kicker, said Ryan, who will eat anything, even stuff that isn't food. I hope he lets me play fullback, said Neil, who we call Neil Nude Kid, even though he wears clothes. I hope he lets me be the quarterback because I didn't get a chance to finish my sentence. Because at that's when a very cool car pulled up. It looked just like a real car, only smaller. Michael knows all about cars. He said it was a Mini Cooper. Coach Hyatt and some kid got out of the little car. They were coming over to us. The coach had on a red shirt and a red hat and wore a whistle around his neck. But there was something really strange about them. He wasn't a him at all. Coach Hyatt was a lady. Chapter 2. Coach Hyatt is mean. Girls aren't supposed to be football coaches. That's a scientific fact. What do girls know about pushing and shoving and knocking kids on their butts? Girls only care about puppies and butterflies and what color nail polish they have on. But the lady who got out of the Mini Cooper was Coach Hyatt. I knew because she had a big name tag on her shirt that said, "My name is Coach Hyatt." She blew her whistle. "Line up!" Coach Hyatt barked. We all looked at her. I wasn't about to line up for some lady coach. Ladies don't know the first thing about football. My mom thinks that sacking the quarterback means you put on a bag over his head. Like I said, moms are weird. Coach Hyatt blew her whistle again. I said, "Line up!" We all lined up. Coach Hyatt looked mean. We were all shaking and shivering and quivering. "Now listen up," she barked. "This is my son, Wyatt, and he's on the team. Whether you like it or not." Wyatt Hyatt? I knew right away this kid was weird. Wyatt was a little guy. He looked like he was in first grade. Wyatt picked his nose and was wiping it on his helmet. "I hope you kids are ready to work," barked Coach Hyatt. We're ready to play football," I told her. "We're going to work, and you're going to sweat, and you're going to stink. And you know what?" "What?" we all said. "You're going to like it," she barked. Coach Hyatt was scary. Some kids were already whimpering and saying they wanted to go home. "Aren't you taking this a little too seriously?" asked Michael. "We're only 8 years old." "When I was 8, Coach Hyatt told us, I built a log cabin with my bare hands." And I know what that had to do with anything, but I wasn't about to complain because Coach Hyatt seemed so mean. "Can I go to the bathroom?" one kid asked. "No," Coach Hyatt barked. "Bathrooms are for losers. You're weak. I'll chew you up and spit you out. I'm going to turn you ragamuffins into winners." I didn't know what a ragamuffin was. I figured it must be a muffin made out of rags or rags made out of muffins, but it didn't matter. If winners are people who aren't allowed to go to the bathroom, I think I'd rather be a loser. I didn't even have to go to the bathroom. But after Coach Hyatt said we weren't allowed to, I suddenly had to. I hate when that happens. She made us run all the way around the field, which is like 1,100,000 miles. And then she made us run all the way around the field backwards, which is even farther. Then she made us run all the way around the field sideways. We were huffing and puffing and holding our sides. When we finished, Wyatt was picking his nose. There was a big jar of Gatorade up on the bench, but Coach Hyatt wouldn't let us drink any. Can we have a break now?" Ryan asked. "No," Coach Hyatt barked. "Breaks are for losers." I thought I was going to die. Chapter 3. Cheerleaders who throw up. When my mom dropped me off for our next practice, she didn't even try to hug me. Some of the ragamuffins from the first practice didn't come back. I guess they couldn't take it. Coach Hyatt wasn't there yet, but you'll never believe in 100 million years who pulled up in the blue minivan. A bunch of girls. It was annoying Andrea Young, her crybaby friend Emily, and some other girly girls. They piled out of the minivan and came over to us. "Hi, Arlo," said Andrea, who calls me by my real name because she knows I don't like it. Andrea's wearing earrings like these little footballs and a necklace shaped like a goalpost. "What are you doing here?" I asked. "We're cheerleaders," said Emily. I knew Andrea took ballet class after school. She takes Irish step dancing too, modern dance, and clog dancing. That girl sure likes to dance, but I didn't know she was a cheerleader too. Since when do we do cheerleading?" I asked Andrea. "I've been cheering since I was 4 years old," Andrea said. "Don't you get tired?" I asked. "Very funny, Arlo. How do you cheer for football?" Michael asked Andrea. "You probably don't even know what a touchdown is." "Yeah," agreed Ryan. "A touchdown is a scoring place in which any part of the ball, while legally in the possession of a player who is inbounds, crosses the plane of the opposite goal line," Andrea said. "I read about a book about football, so I know all about it." I hate her. Why can't a goalpost fall on Andrea's head? Do you want to hear one of our cheers? Asked Emily. We wrote them ourselves. Oh, yeah, I said. I'd love to. In the next century. And, of course, Andrea and Emily did their cheer anyway. They dance around while chanting, jump in the air, fall in the dirt, just make sure no one gets hurt. Go Moose. That cheer is lame, I told him. You're mean, Arlo, Andrea said. The cheer was lame. Football cheerleaders should be cool. I made up a cheer on the spot that was way better than their dumb cheer. Bust 'em, beat 'em, make 'em bleed, hit 'em till their eyeballs fall out. That doesn't even rhyme, Emily said. And it's so violent, Andrea said. We're only do positive cheers that don't hurt anyone's feelings. Yes, said Emily. It's not whether you win or lose. It's how you play the game. Isn't the important thing to have fun? No, I said. Where'd you get that crazy idea? Girls did some of their routines while they throw each other up in the air while they do a cheer. Laugh and play, shout and sing. Winning isn't everything. Go Moose! What a lame cheer. But I had to admit that Andrea and her friends were pretty good at that throwing each other up. In the air, that is. If you throw up a person, it would be disgusting. Remember that in phys ed, Andrea is always the one who can balance feathers, juggle scarves, and do better than anyone else. She's a good soccer player too, but she's still annoying. Do you want to see us make a human pyramid? Asked Emily. Why don't you go to Egypt and make a real pyramid? I suggested. And don't come back. Huff, said Andrea. She and the other cheerleaders stormed away to practice at the other end of the field. When the girls get mad, they always huff. Nobody knows why.